Hi everyone, I'm Margot. Today we're doing a personal reading. As always, prior to the recording, I call onto the universe with my client's personal information because my clients remain private at all times. Now, um, so as we were communicating in reference to your reading, let me say one thing. Normally, everything that I do here in my channel, it is in reference to us growing spiritually in the physical path that we are in this journey in this earth. Okay, so everything that I do and give out of my own goodness, it is because it is for the higher being, for yourself, not for me. Sometimes I work on behalf of the client's spiritual growth with or without them knowing, if need be, if it's in dire need. And sometimes I do give without any money in return, certain things for the clients to do on their own in order to grow in their physical path or spiritual path for them or for their loved ones. As always, when I am reading your energy. Whatever advice I give, it is for your best interest. You are on your own journey, on your own shoes. I am only looking from the outside in. And even though I can feel your joy and your pain, it is your decision at the end of the day whether you choose to seek my advices. When I read my client, whether it is through the energy of the cards or in the physical or just by talking or seeing or hearing, it is through your energy that I am able to access. Okay. Let us see, angels of the universe and of the heavens. What is it that I need to know when it comes for? Okay. So I feel like I'm going to start. And if there's anything that they want me to transcend to you, so will be. Thank you to the universe and to the heavens for knowing us with this path. I will look at your energy first, and then I will get into the Libra. Okay? Angels of the universe and of the heavens, what is it that I need to know? What is it that I need to see? Explain. Advise in the best way that you can. Thank you. You have your guard high up. So you're always in the defense side. Okay? You always think that people are out to get you for whatever purpose, whatever reason. Okay? You know, sometimes we ask ourselves, why are things going the way they're going? It is because energetically, we sabotage our own path, our own energy. Okay? I'm not trying to be negative. Again, I'm advising you so you can take care of that. It is time. You are a powerful sign. It's just as all the zodiac signs, but we all have our own individual gifts. And you are bounded to the earth. So you can create what you want. But if you're using that creativity that you have within you in a negative way, whether it's a negative thought, negative actions, and or all, then your results will be against you. Okay? Not others. Now, yeah, I do see the struggles that you've been having with this Libra. And I feel that more than anything, it is because you feel heartbroken by his actions, heartbroken by the things that he could have promised and not mended to. You feel that you gave your all, you gave your life, and he has not come forth with accomplishing what he should for you. Okay. I do see that this person has been worked before in spiritual sense, whether it's you or other people and or both. that is one of his results of why he is the way he is. But also it is because he's more so in his own space than other people. Okay, he is a very strong sign as well. He likes to accomplish things and he likes to bring things forth in his life. This Libra is I feel that he's coming into money in one way or the other. I'm not sure if it is through the legal system and or um, through someone else that is helping him. Okay, I feel that I'm sensing that energy for him. I'm also sensing in your spread that you think of this person quite a lot, that you miss this person quite a lot, and that you ask yourself, how could he love somebody else more than me? Or how could he do this with other people and not with me? I am more so in this energy between you two because, again, it is the space that you're taking or giving to this energy more than others and more than yourself, I have to say. Okay? When you talk to this person, it's all about negativity between you two. So therefore, you're creating negative energy. You have so much hate between you two. The love that you once shared has become negative between you two. This is a karmic relationship that is life partner in between, but it's not suiting you either or. And the only way that this could suit is if you two would civilize, have a sit down, and be realistic and be calm about this conversation and come to the agreement of what's going on between you two. Okay? Um, and what's the path that needs to be taken? Foremost, because you do have children. And so, in other words, if two grown people are acting childish, then what do the children expect out of that in life? And for the best interest of the children, I would have to say that you do need to have a mediation where you can sit down and say, this is enough. How are we going to be civil when it comes to our children? How are we going to raise them? And who's going to do what? And then write it down and sit to that. You are, again, a strong sign, Virgo. So you're able to do that. You're supposed to be doing that because that's what you do. You like things taken in the precise measurement, in the precise time, almost like a COD kind of person. Okay, so you're able to establish that type of relationship between you and this person if you do not intend to go back to this person. I feel that deep down you do want to go back to this person because you do have feelings, but the hate is stronger at this time. Okay. Anything he does is like he fumes your fire. And I'm going to say this, that there was a time where a client was being this way with the ex-partner, and all this tension, all this hate between them, it is because they still have feelings for each other, and it is because they didn't know how to express it after all the years. It is because they are meant to have a path between each other in this physical life, not necessarily be together, but it is a energy that you're supposed to be teaching each other from. And once you align yourself with that energy, then you're able to set free yourself and or the other person, vice versa, or come together into a union. Okay, sometimes in this type of energy, in this karmic relationships, they have certain amount of time in lifetime to be together, and then they grow apart for whatever reasons, but they mend things. And if they do not, then your struggles of this karmic lessons continue, and in the physical life can intend to be worse at times. Okay, and they can end up bad at times, I do have to say that, drastically bad. But so at the end of this, with those clients, I did tell both of them, because both of them came to me in a separate time and then together, and then I sat them down. We got together to the bottom of the line, and then I simply told them this: you have too much sexual tension between you two, that you're exploring it out, bubbling it in, and it's time to come out. Go fuck and then come back if that's what you want. because it's obviously that each other was wanting them desperately in an intimacy level. So believe it or not, they did. And then they came about, and then they tried to work it out. And then after everything that they did, after all that they've been through, and after all the sit down that we had, and all these things, that the work that we did, um, they are together at this time. Okay. But that's because they were both were willing to work to find out what was the cause. They were both willing to understand each other. They were both willing to understand that when they met each other at a younger age, it is so different after a certain amount of time. Our cycles changes between every 7 to 10 years, depending our ages. Okay, so our energy changes. Our spirit senses a drastic amount of energy for us to shift it and evolve with it. So we don't just stay for how we are when we were young. Just like us humans, we learn to walk, we crawl, we learn to walk, we learn to run, and so far. So evolving, it is the number one reason why we're here and why we chose to be here. Okay. um Moving on. So I will have to say that these little things that you have pending with him, it really is something that the court does not need to hear. And I feel that maybe they will be saying that to both of you, that these are things that you need to solve on each other's own timing, that they're only there to convey it in reference to the children, in reference to their sources of income, and who's taking care of them and who's doing what for them. And if you continue with these conflicts, there will always be some type of mediator in between. I will definitely say that if you do not want to have any return with this person at this time, and for the now, whether it is or not, I will always be in alert how the communication is with this person. If you're aggressive with this person, it can be against you, because the law will see it that if you're aggressive with the partner, you're aggressive with the children. And anything that he has to say, I will not be on the phone with this person. I will have text, because text can be used. Or there's sometimes in the mediation with the child support system, they have where there's a line to communicate within each other. I don't know what's it called, but anyways, it is best to have things written down. It is best to have them voicemailed or text, so you have proof of the type of communication it is between you two in case it needs to be used. If he's threatened you by any reason, then make sure that you have it written down by or text. Again, it's very important, because just by you saying does not make it to be true, whether it is or not. Okay. For the best interest of the children, of course, and your safety, I would always advise that to the clients. As always, the parent that is absent most from the children intend to use the children, depending on the mother or the father that holds the children in their home, depending on their manipulation, on their lifestyle, on their childhood, and on their growth, they can also do that. So I've seen it very number of times. I would definitely advise you to be you and to be very smart in reference to anything that the children come to you and tell you about the other parent. You need to be specific with the children and say, look, I love you, your father loves you, but at the times we don't know we're not born with a book and how to raise a child. We're learning as you are learning, as you're growing, and we're doing the best that we can. And anything that you feel, good or bad, let me know, and we will take care of it. Be mature. Show them that you are not their friend in time of need, that you are the parent in time of need that can hold them and make them grow stronger. Understood? Because anything that you go energetically will flow through the children as well. Okay. So I do feel that also that the court is going to be very straightforward, probably today, in reference to this. If he is not working, if he was, he probably will pause on the working. He already knows the system in order to pay less. So you have to give yourself some little time when he gets back to work so he can start showing. Okay. As long as he's giving something is better than nothing, because I do also have clients that their other person do not pay. Now, And again, they're going to be precise of what it needs to be taking place between the children and you two. I feel that it will be in your favor. This court, whether you like it or not, it will be in your favor, is what they keep saying. So there might be a change, the change that you're not happy completely, but it is in your favor, okay? And it will also be in some way in his favor, okay? That is what I hear. So no one wins in this situation and no one loses in this situation, is what I hear, okay? They're very straightforward with that. So of course you let me know how it went. When you're asking something of the court, you have to have it written down, and prove your reasonable doubt or whatever it is that you're asking, uh, in order for them to seek it on your favor. So when it comes to the children, they do take it very seriously. So anything that you fear, you have to have proof. So from this point on forward, make sure you do so for when it needs be. Now, he has a record, so they will try not to use or think about that record when it comes to the children, but believe it or not, they still consider that into their decisions, okay? They still want to give that person the ability to have shown improvement in their life outside the prison. And so they still want to give them the opportunity to have what they deserve, which it doesn't happen that often. So it can work against him or with him, depending on the judge, okay? I want to also say that this is taking a lot of your energy, and I know, of course, it's reasonable, but maybe you need to focus on something else as well, okay? Something about you, for you, and say something. You did ask me that, so I'm gonna, let me see. You know, I do not see the movement of home at this very moment. At this very moment, what I do see is that, let's say, for example, you have a friend that you go out constantly with, that you hang out, drink, go out, things like that. And again, I would advise you to be very cautious of that, because he can simply go out there and take pictures of you acting out and simply be used. But besides that, so you do have a close friend that you do all these things with, and you go out with, and you meet people and whatnot, okay? I see you meeting more than one person. There's a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Someone arising. I feel that this energy is someone from the past that has been in and out of your life, that at one point you thought that you can have a life with, or hope that he will be someone to save you. In other words, that's what they're saying clearly. So I do feel that he is either married or with someone else, okay? He's still in the picture, so there maybe has been some type of recent communication, or maybe you've seen this person or heard of this person, or he's still in your thoughts, and that's why he's here in the reading. Also, I see a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Someone arising. I feel that this person is almost like someone that, maybe he does construction or something like that. He makes money, but he also wastes the money quite fast, okay? So he doesn't know how to hold money. Okay. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Someone arising. This person, it feels like an energy of someone that is older, acts immature sometimes, or he thinks he's younger than what his age is. And again, I'm giving you the sun, moon, or rising. Sometimes it's the Venus or Mars. So it is the energy that you meet them at the time, okay? It's how you perceive them, like someone that works quite well, someone that is good looking, someone that thinks he's hot, or someone that you think it's emotional, too loving, too clingy, or someone that you see that is always working, no time for you, etc. Okay? So, and again, I do feel that men do come into your life, but once they have the goods, once they've experienced what it is to be with you, they intend to walk away. They think that you're someone that it can be stable because you give that vibe in the beginning. They think that you're responsible. They think that you're good looking. They see you very sexually attractive, well put. But once they have had the intimacy, and it's almost like within a month or so of meeting you, they walk away, and then they have the audacity, I want to say, to come back again for the goods. It is because, again, energetically, your energy is not vibing in the best way possible. I hate to say that, but it is. So if you have never had a cleansing, I would definitely urge you to have one. But most importantly, you need to, with your energy, with yourself, you need to respect yourself more, love yourself more. And you might be saying, I do all those things. You might be saying, I love myself more than anything. It is a difference. When we cling on to others' damages of other people that have done things to us, we're giving that energy to them, so we're loving them more than we're loving each other. So that's an example. When you intend to be in bad relationships, that's an example. When you're constantly thinking and asking yourself, why this, why that, that's an example. So I could go on and on, okay? It is self-love, easy said than done, because when we have lived in a life of drastic things done to us, whether it's sexually abused, being beat, being homeless, or being in foster, or being in relationships that just take advantage of us, or it's a number of reasons in the aggressive childhood that one can have that makes us be in that energy and feel that we're less than. So therefore, we do not know how to have that self-love. We do not know how to grow that self-love within us. So just by saying I love myself, it is the beginning. It is not the whole, but it is the beginning. It is very important, yes, to always look our best, to always look pretty, because the energy, the people, the way they see it, it is how we also promote ourselves, right? The physical term. So, and it shows that we're not always, how do I put this? When we're looking our best, we do not show our dark side. We are putting a persona out there for people to see us happy and whatnot. When we're in our worst, and we are indicted by all kinds of source of energy and all kinds of things, we don't have the means or desire to get up and get dressed and all those things. So definitely, when you're someone that is always fixing your hair and doing all these things, and all of a sudden you don't, you definitely need to get some type of psychological help, and always some type of spiritual help. Okay. So to the point, as I was explaining, so when we have had tragic lifestyles, then when we are about to enter into that self-love union between yourself and your higher being and your guardian angels and your own spirit, it's a longer journey, I have to say, within ourselves. Okay, so it is a baby step to say I love myself, but then you have other work to do concurrently to move forward. When you start self-loving yourself, you start thinking more positive. You start seeing things in a better perspective, in a better life seems happier. The sun is shining more. The rain feels like it's blessing you. Things like that. You will start seeing the things that are worth feeling and seeing. The tangible things that one is deserving of. And that is not money. That is in nature. Okay? Within ourselves. So, moving on. I feel that all these things that I've said to you, it is not about being hard. And again, I always tell my clients, whether you're older or younger than me, I would always treat you like my child. I am not just your reader. I want to help you grow in a better path in this physical life. If you do not want it, you do not have to take it. But remember, anything that we do in this physical life does take an effect. You can be bitching me at this moment, but you're not bitching me. You're bitching yourself, your energy, your guides, because they are the ones that are communicating with me through you. Okay? And anything that it can be against does not fall on me. It falls on the energies of the persons that I'm working for. Okay? I'm very specific about that because what I do may be similar to other people out there, but it's absolutely different. Okay? Absolutely different. And I know you know that because everything that you've been through, and I'm still here and I'm still reading you. So I give the benefit of the doubt to my clients all the time because I know your energy, because I know your spirit, and I know that you can be better, that you can have what you want. You want a home, then you need to start vibrating that energy. Okay? I do not see you moving at this time. I do feel that there was a person that at one point offered you to move in with them, but you do not want to move in with someone just because you want to move out. It's a long hassle to get out of such relationships, and then you end up being more miserable. You want to do things on your own. If you have not had your income tax already returned, make sure that that money is used for you to move on your own. Check your credit. You can still have your own house if you wish to in the future by yourself. If you pay someone to fix your credit, and if you go as a single parent in low income sources, there are new homes out there. Believe me, you can get this because it is your sign to accomplish these things. Okay? It will take effort and time. And when you decide to do that, do not let anybody know the good things that you want to do, because your goodwill will turn against you by letting other people know. The people that you think that you're friends, the people that you think that they want the best for you. So you have to keep what's best for you. Okay? And manifest those things on yourself. Okay? So as for now, right now, I feel that I don't see you moving. And if you do, it might most likely be with a male. Okay? Maybe a man comes in and says, okay, move in with me. Let's do this. Let's do that. And I feel that, okay, I'm happy. Let's move in. And then, down the line, not even 1, 2, 3, not even 4 months, could be 4 years, I doubt it, but maybe 4 months into it, you feel like it's not clicking in, you're not connecting, you didn't know each other much, and so far. So I feel that because you want to move, again, that is something that you are already in the energy of vibrating. So now you have to put it in order. Okay? So if you want to move, right now there's no planets going retrograde. This is a good notion. We have a beautiful moon, Aries moon. It's a new year for all, in an astrology form. So in March 21st, so you might want to set that intention with a ritual for the new moon of the needs that you want. And I would definitely advise you to do that, because in astrology sense, anything that we put out there in that time frame will definitely manifest within this year coming. Okay, some people might even get it this year, including, again, because it is how they're vibrating, it's how they perceive it, how they trust it, how they have faith in it. Okay, so for all the reasons, for your best interest, I would definitely advise you to get into that ritual for the moon coming in on March 21st. The planets are drastically having a shift and a change. These planets are not going to be aligned in certain years. It might not even be in our lifetime afterwards. So this is precisely the time to do those rituals. And also because of the Aries being in the sun, and also due to astrology, it is a new cycle. Anything that we put out there at that time does and will come forth. So if you want a new home, if you want to be married, if you want to be loved, if you want to heal, anything that comes into you, just, this is the right time to put it out there. Okay? Get on board with it. I'm telling you that this will work on your best interest. Okay? And you have to have the patience. Anybody that does work should not tell anybody within 24 hours. It does not work like that. Okay, you have to have patience. Anything that you want to gain out of life with the universe, they're going to go through your lessons of life and see how what type of person you've been, uh, and they're going to consider the all your petitions that you put out there to the ether, and one by one they'll analyze it, which is first, and one by one they'll see which is granted and why is it granted. In other words, uh, let's say, on March 21st, let's say, for example, I, I want to put I want a beautiful new house. I don't know, maybe 6 rooms. I'm giving you an example. And so then the ethers, the universe, the angels, the gods, they're gonna ask and see why. And so they go through your heart memory, through your brain and your spirit, and they're gonna see why you want these things. So I would say, uh, I'm asking for these things, not deserving of myself, but deserving of my children. They deserve to have that love and to feel at home within their own self, their own energy, to grow and be prosperous in this life. And so they will have their own space, their own room, things like that. I'm giving you an example because the universe works differently in the way that we do in the physical life. Okay. Now, yes, and of course, if people say, well, okay, how about love? How do I do love? Well, okay, I would like my soul partner to come into me because I am tired of being disappointed and hurt. The lessons that I am supposed to learn are hurting me, and I don't know how to handle this. So you might want to ask for guidance to that. Sometimes people come for a reading, and we can see that. But I also, I want someone to love me for who I am and to help me grow with them and help them grow. That is a very biggie, when you're asking for loved one. Okay. Okay. So we do see your living, we do see the relationships, we do see this. So now I'm going to look at your Libra. Let's see his energy, where he's at and why. Okay. If he's asking you back, thank you to the universe and to the heavens, Lord Jesus Christ. What is it that we need to know? What is it that we need to see here? Okay. One more. Let's see something. Jesus. I know this one does not, his energy does not look to be very, he's almost like against the wall, I hear. Yeah. Well, again, sometimes what you think is because you're generating his energy. What he thinks is because he's generating your energy. So you're both in the same path. He's feeling also hurt the same way as you. He feels heartbroken and cheated. Okay? He feels that you cheated. He feels that you're the one that did everything first. Okay? Yep. He thinks about you all the time. He wakes up thinking about you all the time. And he talks to someone in reference to that. So I feel that he wants to move back with you. He wants to live with you. There's an energy of like parents here. I'm not sure if it's your parents or his parents, but they feel like it's time that he needs to grow up and take initiative of these things, and if these are your parents, I have to say that they, if you live with your parents, I don't feel, I feel that they're closer to your children. Okay, there is another woman who I'm sensing here. It's a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising near him. Yeah. He thinks he's, and I don't want to say the good looker, but he thinks he's, how do I put this? He thinks that he is, a Spanish phrase came to my mind right now. Oh, Jesus. I can't say it. It's a Spanish phrase that came, that men use quite a lot. I want to say Mexican men, so I don't know why. But anyhow, because I do see another female, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, okay, that he talks to quite a bit. So in other words, he does have women that he talks to. He could be intimate with someone, but I don't see this energy. I feel that, let's say, even if he is intimate with someone, that for him, it's not intimacy itself, okay? It's not, it's like he's missing something in that scenario, okay? He questions a lot of things about love, this man. I feel that I want more. It's almost like, okay, I love you right now. 3 hours later, I don't love you. That's how I sense his energy. So let's say if he's fucking someone, because I this is what I'm seeing, whoever this person is, like he was fucking this woman, and the woman is asking him, do you love me? Say it, say it. Tell me you love me. Tell me you love me. Say it. And she's on top. And so I feel that he's holding her, and then one neck up on, one hand up on, like on her throat. And so he does say it. I do love you. I fucking do love you, kind of thing. So I apologize again. It is the energy that I am in. So I don't know who that person is, but it could have been you at one point even. Okay. So, what I'm sensing is that sometimes he feels the need to say that he loves, and he feels the need to want to be loved, but he does not know how to love, okay? He doesn't know, in the way that he's used to showing love, it's very aggressive. It's very torturing for me. So he could feel like that, or he was at one point in that frame of mind. His health is going to be declining. I'm not sure if it has been, but it almost feels like his mental health is going to be declining for this person, for this Libra. He's very tormented by the dark side. So what he has done, who has done what to him, it's very coincidental here with what he's doing, what he's going through. Okay. He ends up with women that do not know how to appreciate, and are not mature enough to be able to handle someone like him, so he thinks. And he's constantly thinking about you, for sure, but there's also another person who's constantly he's thinking of. Okay, it's a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Sun, Rising. I'm not sure if it's a mother figure, sister figure who could be ill, and or another person that either he lived with or has lived with. Okay, because he's constantly at that female's house. Okay. Okay. The thought of you being intimate with other men fills him with rage. But instead of analyzing the situation, why it is the way he is, he calls you a bitch. That's what I hear. So again, I apologize. Only you will know. To himself or literally to you. Okay? There's been a lot of immaturity quarrels between this relationship, between you both. By your doing, by his doing, back and forth, bickering. There's a lot of looking into the media, doing things in the media, fighting through the media, childish behavior in both parts. Okay. Again, those are not self-love actions at all. So if you're doing these things, consider that. Okay. If you want to change your vibration, your energy, your ways of beings, and you want to improve your life, be more self-sufficient and have more in your life for yourself and for your loved ones, this is the right time. Believe me. Okay. I did something. I offered you something yesterday, and the minute that I have sent that to you, my energy said to me that I should have stopped because you were in the negative side after the fact. And so again, I in turn told my energies, it is hers, not mine. So if she wants to take that help, she can. I offered it solely free. And I don't just tell the client, okay, do this, and then I'll say, this is how much you owe me. I don't do that. When the client is asking for a ritual, let's say, for example, then I let them know in advance the type and the amount. And if I give you a price, then you know. But if I'm giving you an advice and I'm giving you a way to the portals, to the energies that I charge highly for, it is a gift. And I don't ask nothing in return. I do get clients that they do donate and do all kinds of stuff, and I love them like no other. I love all my clients, whether you're in your bad source energy or in the good or in between or whatever. When you're with me, you're with me, and you are guided to me for your own self-growth. This is one of the examples of your soul trying to align you in the best way possible to help you grow, physically, because whatever we do here also helps our children in their path. They're lended to us so we can be the best that we can for them and help them be better in this physical life, or help them when they're in need of troubles. Okay, just as you are right now. And it is why I did what I did yesterday for you. Okay. So we do the best that we can for the children that we were lended to, that they chose us and we chose them prior to being in this life. And so you also have to consider that. Okay. So in reference to this, Libra, I do have to say that, he doesn't really give a shit much of how much money he has to pay you. He's just being an ass. He just wants to fight over any little thing to get your attention, to see you, to boiled up, because your relationship with his started like that, in a negative vibe, always fighting and making up. So it's accustomed to this. You two are accustomed to that. So he's just always looking for something, as you are too. And then hoping to end up in bed, hoping to make up, hoping to be together again. If that were to be the case, I do not see it here, because you're both in a, as for right now, you're both in that different space of energy. Again, you would have to come to a mediation. You will have to come together to actually see and how to fix this. And whether or not you end up together, you should anyways, because you want to close this chapter so you're able to grow, you're able to move, you're able to love somebody, you're able to be happy and move on with your life. It's here, but you have to make those adjustments and those changes, okay? One have to. You should give that a try, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I do see movement of home eventually, hopefully within 6 months or 6 weeks for you, probably before the year is over. You might want to check that the planets are not retrograding, and so it will be something more stable for you. But then again, if it happens, it happens. It is because you're supposed to go through that growth, right? He's going to be moving from where he is. Okay? I definitely see him moving from where he's going. He does wants to travel. He wants to visit a place that he's been to before. Okay. I don't see him traveling alone. I feel that it is a female with him traveling. Okay. Maybe he's going to go visit family, but I don't see him traveling alone. Okay. I definitely see that coming for him. He does wants to go back with you. He does wants to move in and live with you. Um, if you desire to do that, there are rituals for that. If you desire to do this, you do have to have energy shift in yourself, because if not, it will be the same, if not worse. If you want someone to come back to you, you have to have that sit down with this person and be straightforward with what you're wanting out of the relationship between you two and moving on forward. Write it down if you need to, so you can have an agreement and a contract to each other. It is normal nowadays. Because you don't want to go through the same path over and over and over. And you two already distrust each other. You two already have this hate between you two. This too is about, why are you doing this? Why are you talking to this? Why are you, it's a constant nonstop behavior between you two. If you're not saying it, you're thinking it. So there has to be some type of mutual agreement to begin something, to start something. Okay. And the only reason why I say this is because I feel that deep down you do want him back, and he obviously wants you back. Okay. Love is there, but love has turned into hate in both of you. And it's almost like I cannot stand him, but yet I want him back. Again, this is a karmic situation that you have to learn how to align it and how to close it or restart it. Okay. You cannot, if you continue this way, any man that comes into your life is not going to stay. Any man that wants to be with you, marry you, take care of you, etc., will not stay because of this karmic that you have going on with this Libra. And the same will go for him. He will constantly, every woman in his life, he will put them into a measurement balance between you and those other women. And so any woman that wants to be with him and love him will not be able to stay for those reasons, because he's constantly bringing you up, thinking of you. And so, and again, any rituals that you have done in the past also has to take a shift and a turn, against you and against this person in the way that it has been done. If you did something way back when, it went against your favor, because we're seeing the situation now between you two. Okay. If anybody else have done that with him, which we're seeing two people, you and somebody else, when one negative ritual has been manifested, it's going to overcome the other one. And the other one is just going to grow within the other one. And it will be effective in the energy that is being monitored at the time. So it seems very negative for me in this moment between you and this person. Okay. Nothing is forever. Okay. We are not a forever. Our physical life is not a forever. Okay. So neither is a forever ritual. The only ritual that is a forever is a spiritual bond. When two people align themselves and say, this is truly what we want, when two people actually agree to it, or two souls actually agree to it, that's a different scenario, a different situation. Okay. So, yeah, he's going to have to do a little bit more to get what he wants in the legal system when it comes to you. After today, he'll put a pause to it, and then he'll come back again within the next 4 months or so, or within the next 4 weeks. He'll start badgering you again. But we definitely feel that he'll threaten you again with the legal system again before the year is over. So the less he sees, the less he hears, the more agitated he gets. When he comes around and picks the kids up, is because he also wants to question them. He wants to know about you. If anybody has come to the house, any men have come to the house. and what kind of men and what do you do with them and things like that. So he questioned the kids. I would I would definitely advise that because you have children, uh, you should not bring a man to your home unless you're ready to be in a relationship, a stable relationship. Because and the more men, the more the kids see different men, the more confused they will be in reference to what naturally is to have a father, you know. And if you have a daughter, the daughter will have that repetitive behavior. So if your children want stability, uh, you can go out and do all that you want. Do your do outside the home, but do not bring anybody until you're ready to, that person is ready to be with you and to love your children. Okay? Uh, it is what it is. I'm not telling you how to run your life. I'm just giving you the best advice that your guys feel it is best for you. Okay? Um, you can do a lot of things. I do have to say, again, you can have your own home, you can move if you want, uh, but you have to save that money that has come or is coming at this moment, in reference to save and move on to an apartment, even if you need to. If you have not changed job in the last 6 months, then you're stable at work, then that means you can continue to be stable and go and get your own apartment as a single parent. uh, Fuck it, you know, it is what it is. People do it without even need. Go get government help for the daycare, for your home, for your rent, for anything else. um, California is known to be giving monthly payments, including, you know, I hear, I don't know. Um, there's a lot out there that you can get out of the government. I'm sure you have and will be looking, and get yourself an apartment for yourself and for your children. Okay. Um, if you want to go back to school, you might say, where in the hell do I have time for that? Well, you have to make time for this because you don't want to be stuck. You want to break the routine of this karma that you have in your life for yourself, for your children, and for other people before you. Okay? So you want to establish something that is good for you, that you're going to feel good about yourself. Okay? What is it that you want to do or that you hope to want to do, and you couldn't because you were immature, in love, and crazy and not about the Libra at that time? Well, now you have that free space and you might want to look into this. Okay? You know, just as the Libra wants you and loves you but does not know how, because he doesn't know how to love himself either, there are other men out there that are willing to be with you, love you, and care for you, but you also have to change that. Okay? We definitely see that. Love is in the air for you, but you have to want it. Okay? You might even go on a short trip. Surprisingly enough, somebody's going to invite you. You might even meet someone there, or you meet someone and you go and travel with this person. There's a travel theory coming in here, and you enjoying yourself and going out for a weekend or what have you, you know. And it's going to be something fun for you to do, something for you to experience, and maybe from that point on you'll feel a shift also for you. Okay? You'll start seeing it. If any of this has not clicked into you, it will definitely will, sometime at the end of March into April at times. So are you coming back? Yes, you're definitely coming back to, uh, once all of this has taken place, you'll come back. I don't, it is what it is. Um, so we do see a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun rising that will come into your life. We do see that Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Sun, rising. Who is this person that is in and out? It's almost like the Libra knew about this person, and the Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. He has known about you and other men, and he probably knows and see one of them as well. So there's a bigger in there. I'm not sure if he even got into a physical fight with this man too. Okay. If he hasn't, then we see it. So I will not advise you to get into any confrontation with any other person due to him or for him or his behalf. It's not worth it. Some men like to see that, but that is immature, and you do not want to get yourself into legal issues that does not serve you. Okay? What else do I want to say this? See here. I feel that the Libra is going a lot through where he lives, with who he lives with, whether it's family or another woman. There's a lot going on in his personal life. Um, you know, whatever little money he comes in, it goes out because he has other expenses, and also because he spends it on things that he should not. I would, I feel that where he's living with, they're not 100% happy with him either. Okay. Uh, it's almost like a grown man being selfish, you know, in a sense for me when I see this energy. Okay. Um, he's not happy anywhere with whoever it is because he's not with you. If he were to come back to you, he's going to be very possessive over you, very controlling over you. Every little thing that you do, he's going to want to know why, where you're going, who you're going with, what you're doing, where you go. He's going to want to put a tracker up your ass, to be honest. Or probably you're going to do that to him, vice versa. Okay, it is what it is. This is how I sense it. Um, and so there's a lot, and I do you really want that? You know, if there's no change, it's not beneficial. It is what it is. Between you two, if there's no change, it is not beneficial. I understand sometimes we want what we want, but it can't be because there is no change. If you end up together, you're going back to the same crisis. So, but if you both go to therapy, if you both come together in counseling, if you both understand why you've been the way you are and where you're going from that point on and what's the beneficial of being together, and bygones be bygones, forgive each other for everything that is from that point on in the past and move forward from today on forward. If two people can do that, definitely you got it going on. But you cannot just say I forgive you for all these things, and yet when you move in together a month afterwards, you know, you're accusing each other of these things. Then it will never be. It will never be. And trust is it's a big factor in a relationship. That if trust is not there, uh, believe you me, I don't care how many years you end up with someone, you will always have that mistrust. You will always be looking after your shoulder, and it will be hell. It would be hell. So you're on your own right now. Enjoy you, be you, and love you. Okay. So we are going to close it at that. Thank you to the universe and to the heavens, Lord Jesus Christ. Thank you. Can we have advice? Okay, surprisingly enough, luck is on your side, okay? You just have to be very, very aware and cautious of what you want. You do have, look, if you want the Libra, he's here for the taking. You definitely have a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising coming in. And we still have that Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising coming in for you. So these are three potentials for you, okay? That are right in your energy, okay? The one you want, it's obviously the Libra. That if you're not conscious, if you're not being very cautious, I definitely feel that you're going to end up in bed with this person. But we also have this Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising who will be visiting you, or you visiting this person very short time, okay? There is that person. You might even end up moving with one of these men for sure in the near future. You can find love if you want. I know you want it because you're thinking about it. So you're now manifesting that. But you have to manifest it in the good energy. We do see that here. The universe is very clear. You're going to be intimate with more than one man coming real soon. We definitely see some intimacy happening between you and this Libra. Believe it or not, you might say, fuck no. Well, guess what? If it's here, it's here. You'll come back and tell me. We also see the Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This might even be this potential person that you could move in later on. But we're seeing 3. Okay? Yeah. One of these men have another person in their life. Whether it's the Libra, whether it's the Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or the Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Okay? Okay. Yeah, one of them definitely is in a marriage situation here. So if you want something stable, stay away from men that are married. Okay? You do not want to become somebody else's third party. Yeah. Depending what you do not want to also work or date someone that you work with. It's going to cause you drama and problems. Okay? So we definitely see that within the next 4 days, 4 weeks to 4 months, the Libra is going to be traveling or going to a small trip. But we do not see him traveling alone. We do see another female here. I said that and it's still here. Okay. There is, let me see. I feel like you're still going to be thinking about the changes at home. And eventually, if you put it together now, you might end up moving at the end of the year. You might, and I keep saying that very strongly, if you start shifting your energy, okay? Within the next 2 hours, 2 weeks, or 2 months, I definitely feel that there is another person coming in besides these 3 men here, that they're already in your energy. We definitely see that there's another person here, okay? He could be Sun, Moon, or Rising Libra entwined with a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This person can come in for something a little bit more stable, maybe as a friend, and then friendship turns into something else. Surprisingly enough, I can see that. But it would all depend on you, how you perceive these relationships, okay? If you start changing, so will your energy to the more positive side for you, okay? If not, we definitely see that the Libra, after a while, he's going to want to come back again to the legal system in reference to his money, his child support, and, start badgering again. So he'll put a pause and then he'll continue, okay? He will continue for as long as you allow it. So if you put a stop to it, he will definitely stop. Okay? So that's what I see for you today. I hope that all goes well for you and in your favor as always. Okay. Thank you to the universe and to the angels of the heaven and earth. Thank you for allowing us today and showing us what the path is. Again, I'm Margot, your tarot reader, and I'm here to help you in any way that I can. Reading and or rituals. Love and light to you, as always. Thank you.